Hello and welcome to Ahrex fly tying. Today I will be tying a small stonefly nymph, or sort of stonefly nymph. This is a heavy nymph where I used Rubberlegs to give it a bit more movement. This is a quite popular nymph for sea trout fishing down in South America, in the smaller sizes. So this is tied on the freshwater, Ahrex freshwater 540. This is the size 10, but I would tie them down to 12, maybe even 14. I put a brassbead on, copper color, as this is a fly that will be in sort of brownish shade. Set the thread and go down the hook band. And the tail is made out of goose biots, these flat feather fibers. And we tie in one on each side. And one on the other side. It's a bit easier if you turn the vise. Try to get them as even in length as possible. And then we just tie them down. And cut off the waist. And the body is made of wire. I'm using two colors, a brown and a golden one. This will give add some weight to the fly, but also give the abdomen a segmented body. So we tie them in along the shank, down to the tail, and then we build up a taper underbody. And making it a bit thicker towards the bead before we wind the wire. That's good. And then we try to wind the wire as close together as possible. And as you can see, gives the look like it was a segmented insect body. And tie it. And now we will tie in Rubberlegs. I'm using micro Rubberlegs, very thin. So take one leg on each side, tie them down, and we take one on the other side. They are a bit fragile. And now we add some dubbing. I'm using, this is a brown Prisma, SLF Prism. You can use ice dub, whatever you want. The trick is not to catch the Rubberlegs into the dubbing. And then we wind between the legs, making a thorax. And just slightly in front of them as well. Split them. Yeah. And then just finish off with a whip finish behind the bead. And cut up. Now you can trim these legs if you want them shorter, but you get more movement if you leave them sort of too long. So I wouldn't cut them off until I go out fishing. If they're too long, just cut them off out by the water. But this is a heavy nymph with very movable legs, which is quite attractive for, well, sea trout and even lake trout.